My name's Phil Craig and I'm the leader of the Referendum Party. And this week, there's been quite a bit of controversy around some comments that have been circulating, which I made in the run-up to the 2024 elections, and where I said that we were fighting to create an ideological homeland in the Western Cape for people who think like we do and broadly share a set of Western values. Now, whilst there's been really intense criticism about that, I absolutely stand by those comments, and that is what we're fighting for. But ironically, that criticism has been useful in illustrating exactly why we need to create this ideological homeland in the first place. And just for legally, democratically, and peacefully promoting an idea, there's been cause for me to be killed, to be tried for treason, and for me to be expelled from the country. Well, I'm going nowhere. But those people don't understand that constitutional democracy is not majority rule. And united in our diversity, which is one of the preamble of the South African Constitution, absolutely does not mean that everybody must do what the majority says. In a constitutional democracy, we all have equal rights, regardless of whether we form a part of the majority or the minority. Now, the majority gets to elect the government, but to balance that right, there's a right of self-determination that says that people cannot be forced to go along with a system of government or policies to which they're vehemently opposed. And since 1994, 8 out of 9 provinces in South Africa have historically been governed or under the control of the majority, where one province, the Western Cape, has made it absolutely clear in how it's voted that it does not want to be governed in the same way. And we want that province to become an ideological homeland for people who share the set of values and views that the people in the Western Cape have historically voted for. And we've broadly called those Western values. Now, what do we mean by those? Well, we mean non-racialism and the end to all race-based policy. We mean rationalism and making decisions based upon data and facts as opposed to emotions and ideology. We want a market economy where the private sector plays a leading role in providing services and the state largely supports the private sector. We want to see the genuine rule of law, which would involve quite a number of our current MPs wearing orange jumpsuits and serving time in prison for their crimes. And we want to see respect for human rights, of course, of which self-determination is one. And in the coming months, you're going to see the Referendum Party fighting for these values. And we're going to start with a campaign to change the South African Constitution to make race-based policy unlawful in South Africa once and for all. And we simply cannot continue to live in a country where non-racialism is a founding provision, and yet we have 141 race-based laws on the statute book. If that sounds like the values that you support, then please follow us on social media, on Twitter and Facebook, and get involved at the Referendum Party. Come and join us and help us fight for these values, not just the ideological homeland of the Western Cape, but the values behind that that support that ideological homeland. And we're going to start with race-based policy. Thank you.